Call the roll, please.
Brown. Here. Calhoun.
Here.
Fournier.
Here.
Pratt. McGarity.
Here.
Rick.
Here.
York.
Move to excuse Mayor Krapp.
Support.
Call the roll, please.
Brown.
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
York.
Yes. Okay, announcements, acknowledgements, and communications and reports. I will just say that Mayor Krapp is representing our city through SEMCOG. She is in Washington, D.C. Right now, I think for 3 days, to meeting with legislatures on various topics and carrying the Mount Clemens message there, so we appreciate that. Jeff Wood is sitting in for City Manager Shipman, who's on a very, very well-deserved vacation that he was supposed to go on last year, but unfortunately, he had some injuries when he fell out of a tree. So we are glad he's all better now and able to take his cruise. So that is a good thing. So Jeff and I will carry on here. We also, I'm going to have a moment of silence. I have to get to my... We lost a resident and a very active person in Mount Clemens, Mrs. Sheila Beeman. And I'll just read what I was given, and if you want to add anything, Carl, please feel free. Mrs. Beeman loved Mount Clemens. She loved her neighborhood and was a continuous advocate for Carnes Community Center and recreation. She was a consistent volunteer at Carnes, helping to create and run programs like the Tuesday Night Hustle, dance class, and the Friday night senior game night. She volunteered at youth events like the Daddy-Daughter Dance, the Mother-Son Dance, and the Summer Youth Camp. She loved to dance, she loved to laugh, she loved to help. She was greatly appreciated, and she will be deeply missed. Anything you want to add, Carl? Okay. I'd like a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Okay, are there any other announcements or acknowledgements we want to discuss now? Hearing none, can I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
Move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Support.
Call the roll, please.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
York.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes. Okay, this portion of the meeting is for public participation. Anyone that would like to bring something to our attention or to the community's attention, please come to the microphone. Please give us your name and your address and adhere to our 3-minute rule. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Carol Grant, and I reside at 39292 Chart in Harrison Township. I'm here today regarding the agenda item of kratom, and it's an unregulated substance. The substance is sold in local smoke shops, gas stations, and/or party stores, as you heard earlier. My reason tonight to be here in support of it is personal. I have someone very dear to me that is addicted to kratom, and it has been heartbreaking to watch this individual's life and health decline. Although I feel that this unregulated substance should be totally banned, just as K2 and Cloud 9 eventually were, I feel that a resolution or an ordinance is the start in attacking a larger community problem. Although it may not solve the issue, it is a beginning that I pray it educates and creates dialogue with other communities in Macomb County. More importantly, I hope it will move along lawmakers of the current House Bill 4969, which I have here, and I don't know if I'd be able to give it to Mr. Huth, But I wanted to add that I had spoke to Harrison Township Supervisor Ken Verkest. Mr. Huth knows who he is. He indicated that he will propose a resolution rather than an ordinance in his community to support our quest, which hopefully will support our mission in Lansing to move forward that House bill. And tonight, I did bring a magistrate from St. Clair Shores, and it's Magistrate Genevieve Taylor. I don't know if she'd be able to speak, obviously, next.
Yes, you can.
Mr. Huth, may I approach?
Nice to meet you. We talked on the phone.
Good evening. My name is Genevieve Taylor. My address is 20532 Sunnydale Street in St. Clair Shores, Michigan 48081. As Ms. Grant stated, I am a magistrate at the 40th District Court, appointed by the Chief Judge Mark Fredicangeli 5 years ago. I do sub in his position for the drug court. I also am a defense attorney here in Macomb County, and I work at many of the different drug courts as a defense attorney. I have seen this firsthand as in the judicial spot and in the defense spot, and kratom is a big problem that we have to resolve here in Macomb. And I'm really hoping that the communities all come together as a collective of Macomb County and not individual entities. There is legislation all over the United States at this point in time, from complete bans to ordinances to statutes to actually putting kratom on the same level as any other Schedule I drug. Schedule I drug, I'm sure you are aware, but in the drinking and driving statute, any amount in your system is per se intoxicated, any amount. And Indiana is our closest neighbor that has done that already. So it's something that we really need to look at. We need to take this seriously. I talked to both my probation officers. One had an incident last week where one of their probationers came in begging for help, put the kratom down on her desk and said, I don't know what to do. I need help. I can't stop using it. That's severe. The other probation officer said, it's not clear, nobody knows what it is. And I'm not saying that 40-year-olds, I'm going to use because I know that children need to be protected regardless, but 40-year-olds are going into these gas stations or whatnot and looking, and they're seeing herbal energy provider. And they're thinking it's like a 5-hour energy drink. It's not. There is no indication as to what is in these products. And as you heard from CARE, this can be a stimulant at a low level, but as bad as morphine at a high level. And we really, really need, like I said, as a community, Macomb County as a whole, we need to tackle this firsthand and show the state of Michigan that we're very serious about protecting our youth and protecting those that obviously aren't out there to protect themselves. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just for our residents who didn't see the work session or haven't seen it yet, we had a work session on kratom, and CARE of Southeastern Michigan presented, as well as we heard from Clinton Township trustee. So that's this has been kind of a continuation, because we frankly ran out of time in that work session, and we appreciate coming up tonight and giving us that additional information. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Shelley Emerson, 147 North River Court, and I have 3 things. One, Monique Cook, we are the county seat and we have the least resources for homeless shelter, warming. Only the churches provide food that I know of. even Howell, Michigan has a shelter. I mean, Oakland County has more than we do. There was a list provided right after she died, and it's an inadequate list. It doesn't have hours, many days. It just isn't good enough. And Mark Hackle has to put some skin in this. The county owes us, they live here tax-free. They owe the homelessness. We're the county seat. They're here because the resources they can get are here. Dunham Road and downtown Mount Clemens. That's why they're here. We also have cameras, I believe. So I don't know where the sheriff's investigation is, but did she come on the bus? She has to be seen entering a business. There's nothing in the back of the buildings that I know of. What happened to the woman? Her family is adamant that she wasn't homeless, but couch surfing. How did she end up dead with no coat and shoes? It's a black eye that she shouldn't have died. So the story's going around. Whether they have any foundation, I don't know. Anyhow, so what do we have? What are we going to get? Because the list really was insulting that was put out following her death. The other one is, I thought I saw a meeting tomorrow at 6 or 7 for the downtown development, or I don't know if it's beautification or the DDA, about Main Street restructuring. And I've read that they're going to do parallel parking. That's just a disaster in Mount Clemens, near the courthouse on the Main Street. We don't need a bike path because people are going to get whacked off their bikes. We need to keep the parallel parking. We need to make the island smaller. You can't, there's going to be, parking's going to take 5 to 10 minutes per person because people don't know how to park. I mean, that works in front of St. Peter's, it works down the other streets, it doesn't work downtown. Not much. With the courthouse and all the businesses there, Macomb Place turned out beautiful, but it was very painful, and I'm surprised businesses didn't close. I told the mayor that I couldn't cross the street, and even the business owners couldn't get in and Cherry Place a few times, or Cherry Mall. And she told me that wasn't so. I was there 2 days in a row. I couldn't go past the barrier, and it was all gravel. I mean, it's beautiful, sweet development, but it was painful. And I hope Main Street isn't that painful. And the last thing is, do we own the recreation building anymore over by the ballparks and dog park?
We do own it.
I know nothing about recreation here, and all I hear about is Carnes, and they don't even have a sign. I have no idea what they have besides food distribution a few times a month,
Okay,
and
thank
some
you.
stuff for the
Yeah.
kids.
Thank you. We will, your 3 minutes is up, and we have to follow that rule, but you could come up at the end of the meeting. We have another 2 minutes at that time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to address the commission at this time? Okay, thank you. Administrative responses to issues or questions raised during the previous meeting?
I have none.
None today? Okay, moving on to number 8, approval of the minutes.
Move to approve the minutes as presented.
Support.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Fournier,
Yes.
McGarity,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to number 9, our general business, 2026 CDBG allocations.
Move to approve the recommended allocations for 2026 Community Development Block Grant Funds as presented.
Support.
The city may allocate up to $12,800 in community development block grant funds for public service organizations for the 2026 fiscal year. The city may also apply for 1 or 2 capital projects, each with a maximum request of $150,000. A public hearing was held on January 20th, 2026, and city administration proposes the following allocations: Lawndale Park Playground Equipment, $150,000. Fire engine and fire equipment, $150,000. And the City of Mount Clemens Senior Recreation Programming, $12,800.
Is there any questions or discussions? Commissioner Calhoun?
Yeah. Last year, or maybe the year before, when we went through this process, we heard, just like we did last time, from many of the wonderful nonprofits that provide services in our community. And almost all of them, were asking for money. They serve people in our community. And I'm thankful that they came to us, but I do feel that the $12,800 to the Recreation Department is warranted. They provide a wonderful service, not just to our residents, but to residents of surrounding communities, operating out of the community center. They have trips, just many, many activities, and it's growing by the day. So very thankful for the leadership of Carl Hay there. And so I want to say that, these other nonprofits do wonderful work, and I wish we could support you financially, like we will for the Recreation Department. And I will just add, because I think Mayor Krupp would add this, that as the county seat, we do, almost half of our city is untaxable because the nonprofits, the churches, and the county. And so while we're thankful to have all those nonprofits here, we do contribute quite a bit. And so we're very thankful to everyone, but I do support the recommendation.
Thank you. Anyone else have?
I'd just like to highlight the importance of senior recreation. Isolation is the number one risk factor for seniors, and these kinds of programming are important for our residents, not just for their entertainment, but for their long-term health and for the health of the community, because for each of these seniors that is out, we can learn from them as well.
Right.
So the benefits compound as well. So I'm really happy to see us continue to invest in senior recreation. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Brook. Anyone else? I will just say that, given our limited budget for recreation, these additional monies really do help to provide the programming that we want to do and what we have the vision for, but don't always have the funding for. So the senior recreation program, as Commissioner Rick and Commissioner Calhoun just pointed out, it is so important to this community. So I think I do support this allocation as well, because it is, I think the benefits are very important to all of our seniors here in in Mount Clemens. And I also, given Lawndale Park, I would love to see some new equipment over there. And our fire engine and fire equipment, we always strive to get as much support as possible in order to keep our equipment new and up to date. So if there's no more discussion, can you call the roll, Nancy?
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
York.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Next item on the agenda is the Macomb County Hazard Mitigation Plan. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve and adopt the Macomb County Hazard Mitigation Plan dated 2025 to 2030 as submitted.
Support.
The Federal Emergency Management Agency requires that Macomb County submit a revised hazard mitigation plan every 5 years. The current plan expires at the end of June 2026, and the plan demonstrates the county's commitment to reduce risks to lives and property from natural and human-caused hazards. An approved plan must be in place for municipalities within Macomb County to be eligible for any type of disaster funding assistance through FEMA. The plan has been reviewed by FEMA and has met the criteria contained in 44 CFR Part 201 as authorized by the Disaster Mitigation Act of 2000. Formal approval of this plan is contingent upon the adoption by the participating jurisdictions of this plan. And I would ask the City Commission to approve the plan as submitted.
And we have been given the plan. Any comments or questions?
A very entertaining read.
Sure, everybody read the
Between this and the
whole
bids,
thing.
it's been a really exciting weekend.
Seeing no comments, you want to call the roll, Nancy?
Rick.
Yes.
York.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
And McGarity.
Yes.
Moving on, purchases and payments. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve purchases and payment of invoices as presented.
Second?
Support. Sorry.
Any questions or comments? Seeing none, please call the roll.
York.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Moving right along to the consent agenda. And I have a motion, please.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support?
Can you call the roll, please? Or unless there's any comments or? No. Okay.
Brown.
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
York.
Yes.
Thank you. The city managers, or in this case, the assistant city manager report.
The city recently issued the building permit for the redevelopment of the former Victory Inn property. This will be a 116-unit, 4-story apartment complex. The city offices will be closed on Monday, February 16th, 2026, in observance of President's Day. Therefore, the next regularly scheduled city commission meeting will be held on Tuesday, February 17th, 2026. Refuse pickup will remain on schedule during the week of February 16th. When snow is forecasted, please remove parked vehicles from the streets and watch for the city to declare a snow emergency. When a snow emergency is declared, it is posted on all major news stations, the city's website, and Facebook. Please look at one of those broadcasts or contact the city to determine if a snow emergency has been declared. And seniors, don't miss out. Sign up today for our senior art class starting February 19th at the Carnes Community Center. And then get ready to shoot some hoops and join the Mount Clemens Youth Basketball League starting this March. Fun, fitness, and teamwork await. You can sign up for these programs and learn all about Mount Clemens Recreation has to offer at mountclemensrecreation.activityreg.com. And I'm proud to announce after 17 times, we were finally awarded, the Michigan Department of Transportation notified the city that the local Bridge Advisory Board approved the recommendation by our Region Bridge Council to select the Crocker Boulevard Bridge over the Clinton River for inclusion in the Neighborhoods Roads Fund. Each Region Bridge Council has selected bridges from the 2025 call for applications and are scheduled for funding during the 27-28 fiscal year. It is anticipated that the NRF funding will be available in the first or second quarter of calendar year 2027. The application estimate is $9,337,000 for the replacement of the Crocker Bridge, and the state share will be 95% of the eligible project costs.
Congratulations.
17.
Yes.
Good job.
Excellent job. Okay, this is our second opportunity for the public to address the commission. This, again, give your name and address and adhere to our 2-minute rule. Is there anyone that would like to address the commission at this time? Okay, seeing none. Commissioner comments? Commissioner Rick, do you want to start us off?
Thank you very much. First, thank you everyone that came out for the Kratom-related presentations. Very much appreciated. Congratulations, Jeff. Thank you for your years and years of work on this, and I'm thrilled to see it finally make it across the finish line. And then lastly, I'd like to thank Karen for continuing to serve on the Local Officers Compensation Commission, Linda for continuing to serve on the Beautification Advisory Committee, and my condolences to Steve for continuing to serve on the Planning Commission. If any of you are interested, if anyone is interested in serving on any of our boards, committees, or commissions, more information is available on our website, or you can call City Hall and they will point you in the right direction. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Kelly.
This is a short meeting, not as short as the famed 5-minute meeting, but
We deserve a short one.
I think they saved it all, but, they're not going to be here.
we'll make up for it soon.
Soon.
I want to thank CARE for the presentation on Kratom. And I also want to thank Trustee King from Clinton Township, as well as Carol and Genevieve for speaking up about Kratom. We've received some emails and different comments in support and giving us more information on what a responsible ordinance regarding Kratom would look like. I love the idea of a resolution about the legislation. Don't think that's something that we considered before, so thank you for that, as well as the information that you presented. As was mentioned before, I'm very happy to see that we've received the grant funding for the Crocker Bridge. That's going to be great. It is kind of nuts to think that you've been applying for that bridge for most of my life. It has been time, it seems, so that's wonderful. I also want to thank our Downtown Development Director, Mickey, for helping out a friend of mine and a volunteer in our community when he reached out. Oh, that's great. Yeah, he reached out about some programming for downtown, and so I'm excited to see what this summer is going to have in store for downtown. I think that's it. So everyone, have a safe drive home and stay warm.
Thank you. Commissioner Brown.
Well, I'll sound like an echo here, but I also want to thank the CARE team for a very comprehensive presentation on Kratom. I learned a lot. I didn't know a lot. And, I want to be as active as I can as a citizen and a commissioner in that regard. And also thank you to Trustee King for kind of leading the way in terms of getting an ordinance out there to protect our minors. That's very, very important. And I just want to say I really appreciate the fact that we do have the synergy of community comments, because we learn a lot through the folks who come from various neighborhoods and aspects of the community, and not just Mount Clemens, but in our neighboring cities, and share your concerns, because we're all in this together, and it's really good to see where your concerns lie, and to also awaken our sensibilities to some issues that we may not have in front of us. So I thank you for that. I'm going to just put in a plug to our residents to make sure your smoke detectors and your carbon monoxide detector are working. I went by the fire department this week and picked up several for my mom's house, and I keep playing this in my head that if they're 10 years old, it doesn't matter. If you think they're working, replace them, because their lifespan is only 10 years. And it's the time of year where we just want to be really safe. We're operating furnaces and heating systems, and people have space heaters, and we just have to be mindful of the fact that we don't have working smoke detectors sometimes. And the horrible thing is you find out in the worst way when you need it and it doesn't work. So that's it, and just stay warm, everybody, and stay safe.
Thank you. Commissioner York?
Yes, thank you. I'll try not to repeat things that were already said, but I do learn something every meeting. So appreciate those who came out to educate us, appreciate the residents who came out to, raise some concerns and bring things forward to us. It's helpful to hear it here, so thank you. And a big shout out for the busy weekend that was uptown, downtown, whichever way you want to call it. The chili cook-off and the ice sculptures. It was cold enough for them, but yet the sun came out on Sunday, so it was beautiful. Shout out to the Nest for the Mount Clemens, Michigan apparel. Go in and get yours so we can all have we can all match up here on the council. It'd be fun. I think that's it for me. Thank you.
And I'm going to echo the same, but it is true. The education that we received today in that little bit of time was very powerful. So I'm looking forward to our next meeting together, because when I first heard Commissioner Calhoun bring it up, I'm like, okay. But this is scary when you think that the young people in our community can just literally walk up, grab it, and we wonder what's wrong with our children in school. We wonder what's going on in our families, and it's small, big stuff like this. So I'm looking forward to being educated more on it. Thank you so much for coming and speaking on this. The shelter lists and the warming centers, overnight and short-term, are being edited, because we have found that Mount Clemens has more places that people can go for clothing, free meals, and such, longer periods of time. And so Macomb County Community Action is updating that list, and then it'll be distributed out. It was mind-blowing, but this city worked when that tragedy came. It was boots on the ground. So people were picking people up, taking them to these churches and places to get food. Mount Clemens has a large amount of homelessness, and not saying that was that young lady's challenge, but these are people right in our community, and they just wanted a hot meal and some clothes. So it is being updated. Okay, and then I'm happy about that Crocker Bridge too. Now, I don't know how long it's been that we've been waiting, but I'm really excited about that 116 unit that's going up as you coming right into Mount Clemens. It used to be a sign, welcome to Mount Clemens. I can't wait to see that sign, and then that building as you're driving up the street. Mount Clemens is really it is looking better and better month after month. Downtown, uptown, as we're coming in, and I'm proud of our city, thankful. The last thing was, went downtown or uptown with one of my friends after service on Sunday to have brunch. Mount Clemens restaurants are the place to be. I think his name was John. You guys would know. He over Bath City.
John Hannah.
Oh my gosh, he's wonderful. I didn't say I'm a commissioner or what have you. I went in as somebody waiting. And when I tell you, he treated us like we had on a crown and was giving them $1 million checks. It was wonderful. They were friendly. He kneeled down and talked to us. We need to support our city, keep supporting our restaurants, our vintage shops, and different places we could visit. But I told him, I said, I'm going to give a shout out to you at our commissioner meeting, because you don't find people like that often, but you find them in Mount Clemens. So I want to encourage you to pick up a neighbor and just take them downtown somewhere and get some soup or something and support our downtown. That's it.
Thank you.
If I may. can I
Oh,
say-
go ahead, yep, Kevin.
Sorry, I should have brought this up earlier, but I have some very sad news to pass on. We lost a team member last week, Anthony Arnold. He was a dollar ride driver. So if we can just keep his family in our thoughts and prayers, that'd be great.
Can we have a moment of silence
Yes.
for him? Thank you, everyone. And yes, I'm glad you brought that up, Kevin. It was a very sad situation. Again, I'm repeating. I think so much of this is worthy of repeating. I've been listening to this Cracker Bridge thing for maybe not all 17 years, but dang close. And even when it came up this time, we all kind of went, here we go again. And I was so excited when I saw that we got it. I was just stunned. And the beautiful thing is, we're not desperate, you know? We didn't, thank you for starting early, Jeff, because it's safe. The Crocker Bridge is safe. I mean, we're all going over it every day, but we're not desperate to do it, and it's not, we're not at the last minute, so that I find very comforting.
Yeah.
But I'm very, very excited, so congratulations. I thought we'd all retire here and still be applying for that thing, but we've gotten a lot of very good grants lately, and that is what is fueling all of the development, and we're so fortunate to get those grants, but this one was very special. And I didn't know a darn thing about Kratom, and when it the emails started floating around, I asked a few people when, in town that I was just talking to in general, and one person told me that her son had it, and this reminded me when they showed the packages, she had no idea that it was something like this. She said, if you look at the package that it came in, I thought he got something off-brand from the party store, and she said, I didn't think of it. In looking at the packaging, I didn't have a clue. She goes, shame on me, I needed to look closer, but I think any of us could have easily done that by looking at that packaging. And so that kind of stuck in my head, but after listening to you, clearly we have an issue, and it's great that we are all banding together to do something about it. So again, thank you very, very much to all of you for being here, for staying for both meetings too. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, and we will have another work session or have a session in a commission meeting, but we will not let this drop at this point. I think that's pretty safe to say. I think, I wanted to congratulate Mickey, the DDA, and the City of Mount Clemens for the Fire and Ice Festival, for the chili cook-off. It was a great night. It was cold, but we had a lot of people out. I haven't heard the results yet, but
Oh, you didn't hear the results?
I have not heard the results.
Should we tell her?
On our Facebook page.
Yeah, so I'm anxious. I was going into the Art Center because the proceeds from the chili cook-off benefit the Art Center, which y'all, pardon?
We did well for you.
Thank you very much. And, but it's a major contribution every year for the center, and especially this year because we need an elevator. But, but thank you so much. And the ice carvings are just amazing. So beautiful. And I was downtown on Sunday morning too, and I was at Mount Clemens Grill, and they're always wonderful there. It's a wonderful place to go for breakfast or for lunch. Great group of people, and there is so many places to go, and everyone is just friendly and special. So very proud of our downtown, proud of our city, proud of our residents. So anything, given that, I think I need a motion to close the meeting.
Motion to close.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Great job.
Jeff, what did you do different this time? Come on, there's got to be some little